The burning candle. One day, a young man came to a wise monk and said, "Master, my heart is full of anger. Even the smallest thing makes me lose my temper. Please give me a way to remove this anger from my heart." The monk looked at him gently and said, "My son, start practicing mindfulness. Sit quietly every day and watch your anger. Slowly, it will begin to disappear." But the young man replied, "Master, please don't tell me to sit quietly and watch. That's exactly the problem. When I sit, the anger becomes even stronger. I can't control it. My mind gets hotter the more I try to calm it down." The monk nodded and said, "This is natural in the beginning. The more you become aware of your anger, the more you'll feel it at first, but keep practicing. Awareness will cool it down in time." The young man insisted, "Please, just give me some technique. Some chant, some mantra, something quick. Watching my anger only makes it worse." The monk understood that this young man wasn't ready for direct awareness, so he said, "All right, if you insist, I will give you a special candle. This candle has the power to absorb your anger." He handed him a small candle and whispered, "Light this candle every time you feel angry. Stare at the flame. Let it absorb your anger. But remember, you must never feel hatred toward anyone while looking at the flame. Otherwise, the candle's power will be lost." The young man agreed joyfully and said, "Thank you, Master. I will light it every day." That evening, he lit the candle and stared at the flame. But suddenly, he remembered the monk's words, "Do not feel hatred." At that moment, the face of someone who insulted him last week flashed in his mind. Anger rose up. He quickly shook his head, trying to force the thought away, but it only grew stronger. The more he told himself not to feel hatred, the more his mind burned with it. The candle's gentle flame seemed to mock him. He got up, took a deep breath, and tried again. But the same thing happened. Even the thought, "I must not feel hatred," brought up hatred. By midnight, he was exhausted. The anger hadn't gone away. It had multiplied. The candle was still burning, but now it seemed useless. The next morning, he ran back to the monk and cried, "Master, what kind of candle is this? Since yesterday, my anger has only increased. I can't stop these thoughts. The more I try not to feel hatred, the more it comes." The monk smiled and said, "My son, now you have learned the truth. This candle was just a tool to show you that you cannot fight the mind with force." He continued, "The mind is like fire. If you blow on it to put it out, it only grows stronger. If you fight anger, it becomes more angry. But if you sit silently and watch the fire, it slowly dies on its own." The young man asked, "Then what should I do when anger comes?" The monk said, "Don't fight it, don't feed it, just watch it, like a traveler watching clouds pass by. This is true mindfulness. Let the flame of awareness burn, not the fire of anger." This story teaches us, when we try to push away anger, fear, or thoughts, we give them power. But when we simply observe them with calm awareness, they lose their grip. This is the path of peace, not control, but understanding. Welcome to Whispers of Peace, where gentle stories guide you to a calmer mind and a peaceful heart. Here, we share timeless tales that inspire tranquility, help you release anxiety, and teach you to embrace wisdom in the simplest of moments. Whether you're looking for better sleep or a more peaceful mind, our stories offer the serenity you seek. Subscribe and let each whisper of peace lead you toward a more balanced and joyful life.